In the early 19th century, the foundations for the extensive collection of sculpture began to be laid, and Greek, Roman and Egyptian artifacts dominated the antiquities displays. After the defeat of the French campaign in the Battle of the Nile in 1801, the British Museum acquired more Egyptian sculptures, and in 1802 King George III presented the Rosetta Stone, key to the deciphering of hieroglyphs. Gifts and purchases from Henry Salt, British Consul General in Egypt, beginning with the colossal bust of Ramesses II in 1818, laid the foundations of the collection of Egyptian monumental sculpture. Many Greek sculptures followed, notably the first purpose-built exhibition space, the Charles Townley Collection, much of it Roman sculpture. In 1805. In 1806, Thomas Bruce, 7th Earl of Elgin, ambassador to the Ottoman Empire from 1799 to 1803, removed the large collection of marble sculptures from the Parthenon on the Acropolis in Athens and transferred them to the UK. In 1816, these masterpieces of Western art were acquired by the British Museum by Act of Parliament and deposited in the museum thereafter. The collections were supplemented by the Bassi frieze from Phegalea, Greece in 1815. The ancient Near Eastern collection also had its beginnings in 1825 with the purchase of Assyrian and Babylonian antiquities from the widow of Claudius James Rich. In 1802, a buildings committee was set up to plan for expansion of the museum, and further highlighted by the donation in 1822 of the King's Library, personal library of King George III's, comprising 65,000 volumes, 19,000 pamphlets, maps, charts and topographical drawings. The neoclassical architect, Sir Robert Smirke, was asked to draw up plans for an eastern extension to the museum for the reception of the Royal Library, and a picture gallery over it, and put forward plans for today's quadrangular building, much of which can be seen today. The dilapidated old Montagu House was demolished and work on the King's Library Gallery began in 1823. The extension, the East Wing, was completed by 1831. However, following the founding of the National Gallery, London in 1824, the proposed picture gallery was no longer needed, and the space on the upper floor was given over to the natural history collections. The first synopsis of the British Museum was published in 1808. This described the contents of the museum and the display of objects room by room, and updated editions were published every few years.